guys, we're gonna do a core workout today, planks and bridges with warm up and cool down at the end. Okay, so all you're gonna need is a mat and some water, and then if you want music on in the background, feel free to. Let's get going. Okay, first you're gonna stand with your feet a little bit wider than your hips. Your knees are soft, your abs are pulled in. Think 3-4 inches below the belly button. That's where you're pulling in. Lengthen through both sides of your waist. Roll the shoulders back and down. And think if there's a string attached to the top of your head, somebody pulling that string up. So you're creating length. Now, we just want you to take a nice deep breath in, into the rib cage, into the diaphragm. Blow it out. And let's get ready to work, all right? So what I'm gonna have you start with is some wrist mobility here. So just make prayer hands, interlace the fingers, and then make little figure 8 motions with your hands, with the knees soft here. And then from here, you're going to press the arms out, come up overhead with the shoulders down, open the arms out to the side. Now, interlace the fingers with the opposite fingers forward so it feels awkward. Do the same thing again, really get some mobility into the wrists. And then from there, you're gonna press the arms out and then open up and then come down. All right, again, take a nice deep breath in, blow it out. What I'm gonna have you do is step forward with one foot, back with the other, just a little bit, all right? You don't wanna go out so far that you don't feel like you're gonna be even on both legs. Feel good with it, okay? So from here, we're gonna do overhead side bend. So as we do this overhead side bend, keep the abs pulled in tight. Shoulders pressed down and reach long. Open chest. And then from here, I almost lost my balance there. And then from here, we're gonna switch sides. Same thing. Take a decent step, not too big though. Press through the front heel, back toe, weight even on both legs, and then reach again, side to side. So we're just getting our hips and our mid-back to function together. And you know, most of our motions are a forward motion, so it's important to get in lateral motion at the same time. Okay, from here, we're gonna take our mat out. So, you know, if you've got a cushier mat that you wanna use, feel free. If you'd rather use a towel instead, that's fine too. So what we're gonna do is start with knee planks. And if you can go into full ones easily, you go for it at any time. So what we're gonna do, you can go hands or elbows, but here's the deal. The hips need to stay in line with the rib cage. So they're not dropped down, you're not pushing your butt up. You have to have perfect form before you go into toes. So right here or right here, the hips will have to raise a little bit, right, to stay in line. And then just think if there was a glass of water right on your tailbone, okay? So whether you're on your hands or on your elbows, it's your choice on that, but you wanna push your hands away from the floor, have the chest open though, or you wanna think pushing the forearms down into the floor, pushing in through the hands. Again, open chest, abs pulled in tight. Focus on your breath. Inhale through your nose and exhale out through the mouth. Okay, so from here, we're gonna go into a side plank. Same thing, it's gonna be a little bit modified to start with. We're gonna start from our knee. Okay, so if you need padding under your knee, that's okay. So you're gonna lift the rib cage, push the shoulder down. You can be on your hand if you'd like. It's your choice. Push the forearm down, lift the rib cage. Could you bring the arm up and hold? Now the whole time, think about the rib cage lifted, abs pulled in. Do you wanna lift the top leg up? Try that. And you're just gonna breathe and focus on your breath. So here, we're challenging more of the obliques, especially internal obliques, the stabilizers here. Hold, they're the stabilizers as we do different things anyway. Okay, breathe, and they also do lateral flexion. All right, take a deep breath in and blow it out. Okay, that's probably about 30 seconds. So now we're gonna go into tabletop. So this is a reverse of our plank, right? So what we want to do is press the fingers down. If you feel like you do not have the flexibility, there's a couple things you can do. You can make a fist instead, because you want to try to keep the wrist neutral. You can push into your fingers. You can try different ways of moving the arm, the hands. I think easiest though is fingers out. You're going to open your chest, press your heels down with your knees bent, and then you're going to keep lifting up. Now you should not feel any pain at all. If you do, you back off, okay? Now keep digging the heels down, pull the abs in. Could you take your neck in a neutral position? Keep trying to pinch the shoulder blades. This is, it's a lot of flexibility for your shoulders. We're also getting in some glute work here and in for our low back. So you want to focus on your breath and again, staying neutral. And we'll all look a little bit different with this one. It just depends on flexibility. And again, you should not feel pain. If you do, back it off. You don't need to do this, all right? Then from here, we're going to go to the other side. What they're important to do, though, if you could get your flexibility in there for the wrist and for the shoulders. All right, is we're going to go to the other side now. So we're going back into our plank, open chest, pinch the shoulder blades a little bit, push this bottom shoulder down away from the ear. What about the top leg? Could you straighten it out? And could you keep lifting higher, trying to squeeze your glute and breathe. So again, what are we working? We're working through the side here. And you're going to breathe into it. Okay, so from here, what we're going to do is take it down. And now we go into bridge. So you're going to push your arms down hard into the floor. Make it as active as you can to use more muscles. Why not? You're working out, so might as well. Pinch the shoulder blades, okay, before you even go up into a bridge. You got to stabilize through your core. So the abs are pulled in, chest is open, pinch the shoulder blades, press your heels down. Now what are you going to be working here? It's your butt a lot. So you're going to lift the hips up and then you're going to hold. Hips to shoulders. Every muscle in between is your core. So it's important to work all these muscles. And they all function together to do different exercises throughout the day. You're still pressing down hard, right? Open chest, neck neutral, and breathe. So this is one where you don't want to push up too high. We don't want to do a yoga pose here. We're trying to stay engaged, thinking everything in a straight line if you can. Don't favor the outside of your feet or the inside of your feet. Try to stay stable so that the hips and knees are in a line here. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then you're going to release that down. And we're going to flip over and do it again. Now this time we will do from the toes. But if you felt like that was enough, then stay from the knees. And if you felt like you're done after this, that's fine too. It's totally your choice. Now, before you go into the toes, again, it could be from the elbows or hands. It doesn't matter. Whatever feels good to you. You can try one leg out, hold, and then both legs out and hold. Now, you're pushing the floor away from you, okay? But your chest is open still. So you're pinching the shoulder blades. Push the shoulders down away from the ears. You're breathing. You're not pushing the hips up. You're not dropping them down. You're trying to keep the rib cage in line with the hip the whole time. Focus on your breath. So you're working everything through the core. Now, can you, the abs are in below the belly button, could you squeeze the front of the legs, the quadriceps, and could you squeeze your butt a little bit more? Focus on your breath and hold it, hold it, hold it. Hold for another, let's do 5 more seconds slow. Ready? 5. Keep breathing and focus. And 4. And 3. Breathe, breathe, breathe. 2. And 1. Okay, now we flip on our side. Do you want to go elbow or hand? Your choice. Now for toes on this one, so you can stay with the knee, you could go staggered stance, okay, lifting up, or you can stack together. Whatever feels good to you. I'll show you stacked, and you can go top leg up too. Your choice. I'm gonna go staggered, I think. So chest is open, keep pushing the shoulder down, lifting the rib cage. This is a lot on this bottom shoulder. Why is it important to do though? It works the stabilizers of our shoulder and strengthens our shoulders. So it's really important to do these. Focus on your breath and hold for 5. And again, this is for the oblique. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're gonna go into reverse tabletop or reverse plank. Now, again, you're here, pinch the shoulder blades, open the chest, neutral position, or could you go one leg straight here, or could you go both legs straight? And again, try to push into your fingers. Don't just dig into the heel of the hand. You got to use your whole hand. Again, if you'd rather make a fist, that's fine, and listen to your body. Every body is different, so not everybody can do these. You could also just do a bridge instead, and that's fine. Focus on your breath and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Those are really important to do. If you do those plank challenges, I mean, yeah, I like the plank challenges, but I always say if you can do a plank, you better be able to do a reverse plank too. Body balance, right? So again, staggered, stacked, what do you want to do? Stagger again, shoulder down, open chest, really feeling the shoulder here a lot. And then just keep lifting that rib cage up as much as possible. Focus on that breath, push the top shoulder down, and breathe, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we go into bridge. Yeah, I'm gonna stay this way. And you're going to come down, press those arms down hard, lift the hips up, so you're squeezing your glutes. Try to create length through the sides of the waist as much as you can. Abs in tight, okay? Breathe, breathe, breathe though. Now, so you could stay here. Could you, and again, this is just a way to increase it and make it a little bit harder, plant those arms. Could you start to lift one heel up, maybe your right heel, and then your left heel? Does that feel okay to you? Could you then lift your foot an inch off the floor? An inch, like not super high. Now, as you shift side to side, put your hands right on top of the hips here. Mine might start lowering, that's fine. But you really want to think, you're not rocking and you're not dropping the hip down. Stay stable, okay? So from here, from the hips to your shoulders, does not move. So whenever I'm looking at clients and stuff like that, that's what I look at, is the core stable as you're doing this. You're breathing, right? Okay, and then just do a couple more. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then release it down. Okay, so if you want to go through both of those again, the knees and the full from the toes, go for it. And then the next thing we're doing is just our cool down mobility here. Crossing the ankle over the knee. Take a deep breath in, blow it out. Now you're gonna not force this, it's gonna be really easy, and you're gonna go side to side. Now could you flex your foot, keep pushing actively, you're pushing that knee down. And if you have really good flexibility, you can drop all the way down if you'd like. Just do not force it, okay? Keep it easy. Now think about this. You're not letting the shoulders shrug. That's another thing I tend to see a lot. You got to keep those shoulders down and breathe. Let's go ahead and switch legs, same thing. Foot flex, push the knee down. Abs are still in, okay? Focus on that breath. Plant your arms down and then take it small at first. See how that feels for you. And then you can keep making it bigger and bigger. And breathe. All right. So from here, let's do one more each way. Could you make it even bigger? But again, open chest, shoulders down, and then drop. Okay, and then we're just gonna take our feet wider than our hips, drop the knees in. It should feel good, it should feel comfortable. Just place your hands on your belly. Now I've been saying abs in, abs in, abs in. Now, let them go. And just let the rib cage expand. And let the stomach expand and breathe out. Now it should be easy breathing. You're not forcing big breaths. Just think easy breaths here. You can close your eyes. Focus on that breath. And think of all the good that you've done for your body, right? So we've worked all of the muscles through, hips to shoulders, and it's stabilization is what we were working on there. So it's just sit-ups are great too, but planks are really important to do. So it's a way to get those in. Focus on your breath. Now let's shift our focus to an area of wellness, a different area of wellness. Let's focus on occupational wellness. Occupational wellness is things that occupy your time. So, thinking your job or lack thereof. For me, it's COVID time, COVID-19, so, we're stuck at home right now. But thinking of things that occupy your time. So is it caring for others? Is it your hobbies? Is it volunteering? Now, with that in mind, the occupational wellness, your eyes are still closed, you're focusing on your breath. Think about the rest of your day. What is something that you could do that's positive, that could spread positivity with that occupational wellness? I'll give you a moment just to think about that as you breathe. Your breath is easy. Feel your heart rate slowing down. And then when you're ready, if you had your eyes closed, you can open your eyes and you're gonna turn your body over to the side. You're gonna push yourself up slowly, and you guys did it. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a wonderful day. All right, bye-bye.